What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of Smackdown, coming live from France, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including is Roman Reigns retiring, Rikishi's promotion is in severe trouble, Cody Rhodes welcomes a second child, internal WWE firings, WWE showing interest in Chris Jericho, a major change for Raw, a WWE faction adding new members, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. As always, we won't recap the show, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good. As number 1, John Cena apologizes. A Smackdown kicked off with another promo segment between Logan Paul and John Cena. Cena's promo was once again tremendous, as Cena compared Logan Paul to a replica version of himself, as Cena would even directly apologize to the young fan from Brussels, and this was one of the most memorable moments of Cena's final run so far. The apology wasn't just a great moment, it also acted as the definitive close to Cena's heel arc. Whilst the Logan vs Cena match isn't for everyone, the promo material from both men in the build-up has been fairly strong, and hopefully the match is able to deliver on Sunday. Number 2, Bo shines. The WWE have suddenly realized how special of a talent Bo Dallas, aka Uncle Howdy, is. Dallas was involved in numerous backstage segments on SmackDown, and the aim of the segments were to build a number 1 contenders match for the tag titles later in the show. Dallas added significant character development to both the Street Profits and Mellow Miz, and hopefully WWE really starts to utilize Dallas in segments of this nature. And number 3, and new. WWE wanted to give the Leon crowd a special moment, and they did just that by having Sami Zayn win the US title in the main event of the show. Zayn is definitely a safe bet to carry the US title, and the reign will mark Zayn's first ever reign with the prestigious title. That was a good. What about the bad is number 1, tag title confusion. The Secret Hair Service was supposed to receive a women's tag title match on the show. However, due to Piper Niven not being cleared, WWE needed a pivot. Sadly, the way they pivoted was atrocious. WWE would have the stable attack Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and Flair would be taken out of action. Nick Aldis would then declare that a singles match between Chelsea Green and Alexa Bliss would take place instead. The SmackDown commentary team were then rather baffled as to what was occurring, and they had no idea if Green and company had now lost their title shot. It was a total mess, and WWE could have done a much better job with the way they handled this. Number 2, 5-second squash. Both Kiana James and Mishin receiving zero reaction from the Leon crowd should really raise alarm bells for WWE, and how the company expects both women to get over with a 5-second squash match is anyone's guess. It's unclear if WWE were running over on time, but James's in-ring SmackDown debut lasting just 5 seconds was shambolic. Kinda gave us those reoccurring Giovanni Vinci nightmares. And number 1 contender? The WWE are in urgent need of a reset when it comes to the SmackDown Women's division. In a rather awkward backstage segment between Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill, it was revealed that Cargill was now once again number 1 contender. There is a lack of interest from the audience in seeing the two feud yet again, and WWE without a doubt needs to bring fresh names into the division. Nothing on the show this week was downright ugly. The show from Leon was well paced and most of the segments delivered, and that was in part to a rabid crowd tonight. It was also appreciated that WWE had a strong number of backstage segments on the show, and this helped with character development and furthering established stories. Well, what do you guys think of the go-home episode of SmackDown? Let us know in the comments down below. Now, let's move on to the news. Now, first story looks at, is Roman Reigns retiring? Now, our top story today takes a look at a rare podcast appearance from WWE great Roman Reigns. During the interview, Reigns revealed his future WWE plans, and they may come as somewhat of a surprise. It's been rumored ever since Reigns took on a part-time schedule back in 2022 that he'll be retiring soon, and a lot of fans believe that Reigns is going to venture off into Hollywood on a full-time basis. However, during his appearance on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, Reigns stated that he has no plans to cease wrestling in WWE, and he plans to explore both acting and pro wrestling simultaneously. I wanted to be the first guy who could do both, damn near lead a movie, and then also still, main event a pay-per-view. I don't want to stop being a WWE superstar in order to wear other hats. I'm always going to be Roman Reigns. Reigns will then reiterate to fans that he doesn't plan on stopping his WWE commitments in order to wear other hats, and he never wants to be put in a position to choose between the two avenues. I don't want to stop being a WWE superstar in order to wear other hats. I'm always going to be a WWE superstar, I'm always going to be Roman Reigns, and I don't want to ever have to choose. These comments come as a huge surprise, and we can now seemingly write off Reigns' retirement match anytime soon. Next up, Rikishi's promotion in severe trouble. The Knox Pro, the wrestling school and promotion run by WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi, is currently facing a severe crisis following the real-life unscripted assault involving Rampage Jackson's son, Roger Jackson, on August 23rd. During that live stream event, Jackson, an MMA fighter and son of MMA legend Quinton Rampage Jackson, viciously attacked fellow wrestler Psycho Stu with real punches, which subsequently led to Stu being sent over to the hospital for critical care. The altercation included Jackson delivering more than 20 punches to Stu's head, rendering him unconscious and prompting hospitalization. Stu, a former US Army veteran, suffered significant facial injuries as well as losing a number of teeth. Now, in an update from his brother, Stu is making great progress in hospital and has now become conscious again, even talking. Now, after the incident, WWE removed Knox Pro from its talent recruitment page, formally distancing itself from the scandal, as well as Knox Pro removing references to its WWE affiliation, including the WWE ID and NIL program. However, Doug the Epic, a voice on the Masters of Wrestling podcast, revealed further fallout as Knox Pro is bleeding students, with many outright leaving the promotion altogether. He described the situation as heartbreaking, especially out of admiration for Rikishi, and confirmed that the school's future is receiving a major overhaul. On the podcast, he mentioned, "From what I've heard, Rikishi is going to overhaul everything. I just wanted to put that out there. They've lost a good number of students, and that breaks my heart because I absolutely adore Rikishi. That's really the status right now. The students are dropping like flies, and they're planning a complete overhaul." Now, the wrestler who reportedly told Roger Jackson to give him a receipt has been fired from the promotion. Mano has since defended himself, reiterating that he was only in character at the time of telling Jackson to deliver a receipt, noting that he was using just the language of wrestling. But this has been argued multiple times, as Roger Jackson is not a pro wrestler and may not be familiar with any wrestling terms. Now, in essence, Knox Pro Wrestling is confronting a number of troubles of reputational damage, loss of affiliation with WWE, cancellation of its recruitment pathway, and rapidly declining enrollment. This overhaul by Rikishi seems to be the only potential lifeline that the school actually has, and whether they can rebuild trust and regain stability ever again. Next up, Cody Rhodes welcomes a second child. A huge congratulations are in order for Cody and Brandi Rhodes. Brandi took to her personal social media pages this morning to announce that they have welcomed their second child, Leilani Ella Runnels. The reigning WWE champion is currently taking a leave of absence from WWE due to filming commitments, but is expected to return next month, presumably in time for WrestlePalooza, as the Wrestling Observer newsletter is still reporting that 2 matches are taking place, that being Cody Rhodes vs Drew McIntyre and John Cena vs Brock Lesnar. Next up, the next main roster call-up revealed. Now, Ethan Page has been rather impressive since signing with WWE. Now the NXT star looks potentially set for a main roster call-up. According to a new report from WrestleVotes on X, people within WWE are pushing for the pairing of Chelsea Green and Page to appear on Smackdown, and this would instantly establish Page as a key player in the company. Hearing several within WWE would like to see the current pairing of Chelsea Green and NXT North American champion Ethan Page appear on SmackDown in the near future, as their chemistry on NXT TV has impressed many. Additionally, some believe this newly minted Canadian faction would quickly establish Page as a key player. The pairing between Page and Green has been received extremely well by fans, so it's completely understandable why WWE are considering a main roster call-up for Page. With that being said, Page was heavily rumored to be part of Seth Rollins' Vision faction, but this is WWE of course, where creative plans can change overnight. Next up, is Clash in Paris a failure? There's been significant concern in recent weeks that Clash in Paris, set for this weekend, could be a failure. It was reported that ticket sales were slow, and with WWE offering a less than stellar card, there was speculation that the event was going to be a total bust. However, WrestleTix have come through with some official information related to ticket sales for the show, and the reports related to ticket sales being poor were completely fabricated. According to the source on X, WWE have sold almost 30,000 tickets for the show. That's right, 30,000 tickets. This is a massive achievement for WWE, and they'll no doubt be delighted with these numbers. John Cena Wrestling in Paris has evidently been a huge draw for WWE. Cena has been advertised for this event for months, and whilst the match card isn't the most spectacular thing in the world, fans are still getting their Cena match on a premium live event. Other additions such as Roman Reigns wrestling on the show would have definitely helped interest, so hopefully with WWE having almost 30,000 fans in attendance, they'll be able to deliver a memorable show. Next up, internal WWE firings. Sean Ross Sapp is reporting via X that yesterday WWE laid off a number of staff. Sapp notes that these layoffs weren't related to talent and the layoffs were mainly down to an internal restructure. Hopefully there'll be no other restructures coming to WWE talent themselves. Next up, WWE shows interest in Chris Jericho. One of the most popular rumors online relates to Chris Jericho and a potential WWE return. AEW President Tony Khan has yet to address Jericho's AEW status, but that was until yesterday, as during a Ring of Honor media call, Khan had nothing but praise for his inaugural World Champion, and he even gave Jericho credit as a foundation for both AEW and Ring of Honor. I would never be where I am in AEW without Chris Jericho, nor would we be in a position where I could have bought Ring of Honor, so I'm very grateful to Chris. In relation to Jericho's AEW status, Khan would state that he would love to have Jericho back when the time presents itself. So if and when the time presents itself, hopefully we'd love to have Chris back. Now this comment is rather interesting, as it's been widely reported that Jericho is currently under AEW contract, so it's unclear why Khan just can't bring Jericho back to television. Khan evidently has a ton of admiration for Jericho, and he clearly believes that Jericho is one of the key reasons why AEW managed to get off the ground back in 2019. It only seems like a matter of time before Jericho re-signs with WWE. PW Insiders recently reported there's been conversation within WWE about Chris Jericho returning to the company, and among a lot of talent too. The belief is Jericho made overtures to see whether the company is interested in him after his deal with AEW expires. Now his AEW contract expires at the end of the year, and this will mean that the legendary star is free to return to WWE in time for the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. Fans seem split on the Jericho WWE return, as his recent AEW work wasn't received well. However, Jericho is a legacy talent in the sense that he's going to receive huge reactions, and Jericho returning having one final WrestleMania match before taking a Hall of Fame induction would be a sensible way of booking a final run. Next up, Stephanie wants us to use a VPN. During the recent episode of What's Your Story podcast, Stephanie McMahon promoted the VPN service Surfshark in a sponsored segment, and she praised WWE on Netflix as the best thing ever, but noted that everyone can't access it, particularly US viewers stuck with traditional cable subscriptions and ads. She mentioned, "A lot of you are still watching WWE the old school way on cable, dealing with boring commercials, while I'm enjoying uninterrupted action. Let's fix that today with today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Surfshark lets you change your virtual location with just a few clicks. Just head it to Canada and boom, you unlock the Canadian Netflix library, which includes all that awesome WWE programming commercial free. And while you're there, you can also check out other shows exclusive to Canadian Netflix." I mean, she basically just told you, why pay $30? Now, since Stephanie is no longer with WWE, I guess she can promote anything she wants. It's just strange that it was this. Next up, a world champion gets a new role. It was previously prohibited for active WWE talent to take on new roles outside of the company, but that has changed since TKO took over. Now, Deadline are reporting that reigning world champion Seth Rollins has signed a new deal with the NFL Network, and Rollins will be acting as a guest host. WWE superstar Seth Rollins is joining NFL Network's Good Morning Football and its syndicated sibling, Good Morning Football Overtime, as a guest host this season. Rollins has been a reoccurring guest on the morning show over the years and hosted during the 2024 season. And due to the appearances being in the morning, it's likely that the new venture won't interfere with Rollins' WWE status, so it's unlikely that he'll miss any key WWE dates. Next up, a major change for Raw. As of September 15th, a major change will be occurring when it comes to Raw. According to WrestleVotes Radio, Raw is set to begin at 7 PM Eastern. This is mainly due to WWE not wanting to compete against Monday Night Football, and they're hoping to see how the show performs with the earlier start time. And WWE faction adding new members. Our final story today takes a look at the Wyatt Six, and Uncle Howdy has taken part in a rare out-of-character interview with The Takedown. Howdy, aka Bo Dallas, discussed whether he and WWE plan on adding more members to the faction. In a new revelation, the former NXT champion revealed that every member in the group has a connection to the late great Bray Wyatt in some way, and Howdy basically turned down the idea of adding new members at this stage.
Well, right now we're working on stuff. We have our plans and our goals, and we have a direction we're already heading in. And everybody in the Wyatt Six, if wasn't directly handpicked by Wyndham, was kind of looked at by Wyndham. Wyndham was always had these books and books of ideas and directions he wanted to go and people that he wanted to work with and use, and everybody in the group now is specifically picked for their own reasons, and there's a lot of stories to tell on that, and I'm not discounting anything in the future, and anything can happen, but right now we feel solid where we're at, right?
The Wyatt Six are reportedly set for a feud with Solo Sikoa and his MFTs on Smackdown, and hopefully this will allow the group to receive significant more TV time in the coming months. But there you have it, folks, our look at Smackdown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.